Welcome back to the channel, guys, and if you've watched our last video you'll know that we bought a van to turn into our dream camper. But the question is, have we made a massive mistake or have we got a brilliant buy? So today what we're going to do, we're going to have a deep dive around the van, show you the state that it's in, and you can help me decide whether we've been ripped off or not. And at the end of the video we'll tell you what we paid for this van. So let's go get it on the drive and have a little look. Right, so we're going to have to get this thing off the drive first. I'm just going to get here out of the wind because it's bloody freezing out here today and raining, but I said I'd make the video for you guys, so I am on it. Right, so here it is. This is Brian. So as you know, last week we've named this Brian after my dad. So anyway, let's go have a look around it and see whether we've been ripped off or not. So we're going to start on the outside and just have a little look about. Now, I have seen a few little bits of rust, to be honest, since we've got it home, but I don't feel like they're anything that we can't fix. So the first one is this bit here, look. So I'm planning that we're going to take all this off anyway, get behind it, clean it all up and then seal it. So, and then I'm going to paint this rail black so that it'll match with the colour scheme that we're going to do later on down the line. But I feel that that bit's repairable. It's an old window van, right? So it's got those like drop pins on the outside. Now, until we've got the ply lining out on the inside, we don't really know what's behind there. So it's a bit of an unknown, but there is a little bit of rust around it, and you can see where there's been some scratches maybe from the glass hitting onto the side of the panel and causing some rust there. Now, one of the things that we want to do on this van is all this bottom half from here all the way down there. The plan is that that is going to be like a matte black colour anyway, so we're definitely going to be painting over where those drop pins were. But I think getting them drop pins out is going to be a bit of a mission because I ain't got any body workshop skills, you know what I mean? But I'm going to have to figure that out. These are the drop pins here, and there's what, 6 of them, so we've got half a dozen of them down the side of the van. So my plan is, once we've got the ply lining out, I'm assuming these are held on with bolts on the other side. Now, because we've got that little bit of rust on the one down there, my brain is telling me that these aren't going to be sealed. So my plan right now, and somebody in the comments can help me out with this, is to get some fiberglass filler and some, like, you know, that sort of like metal grid tape stuff that you get, put that on the other side, get some fiberglass filler on the inside, do that, and then on the outside use a normal body filler. So hopefully that seals up those holes, and then when we paint all this bottom half, should be seamless. I feel like it's a big task, if I'm honest, but that's one of the things that really worries me about the van, to be honest, is this bit. And these are the other rust bits that I was talking about before, and you can see where that pin is rammed in there. You can see where the paint's just come away, so obviously we'll have to take all that back and get that rust out. Now, hopefully it's not too deep and we end up with a hole in the panel, because that would be an absolute nightmare, obviously. So I guess we'll find that out when we get that ply lining out, which is going to be in next week's video when we get the ply lining out. So we'll see what inside of that looks like then, which is a bit of a concern. And from the front end of the van, everything kind of seems all right, you know, it seems in pretty good nick. You know, there's not much going on here in terms of damage or anything like that. There's fairly unchipped on the bonnet, but this is going to be painted matte black anyway, so this will cover up any of those imperfections that we've got on there. And obviously this grille place here, we're going to do this in matte black as well, so it just ties all this front end in. And I guess at some point we'll probably have to do something with the bumpers as well, just to tie it all in together. But yeah, matte black here, matte black on there. This side's pretty good, no real damage there, so I'm happy with that. But this wing mirror, this has got a bit of damage. Now, I've seen these on eBay for about 45 quid, to be honest, so this isn't not a big deal. And you can see just round there that there's a few little cracks and stuff. So yeah, we'll probably just replace this. It's probably easier than anything else. And then these repeaters here, I want to get some like black smoked ones of them, so they just tie in really nice with the wing mirror so you don't really see them, because I think they're a bit unsightly. So yeah, when they're nice smoked black, that'll look cool as. The back side of this is pretty good nick as well. A little bit of surface rust up here on the hinge, but nothing to really moan about. So realistically, on the externals, we're just looking at the wing mirror and that rust down the side. Other than that, I think it's in pretty decent nick, so I'm pretty pleased with it. There's Sam, look, just chilling on the road. There he is, chilling. We're worrying he's getting relegated. Don't worry, lad, you're not getting relegated. There is one more thing on the outside of the van, which is not concerning because we're going to be replacing anyway, but these wheels are a mess. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there's a little bit of rust here as well, which we just need to obviously take back. That just looks really surface level, so that shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I tell you what, guys, it is freezing out there. it's windy and it's wet. Right, so before we start having a tour around the inside, yeah, consider subscribing because I could make a complete mess of this van, to be honest, guys, because I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm not a DIY guy, so, but I've always had this dream of just being free in the camper, so, and, you know, living in it full time, quitting my job, and, you know, just disappearing into the ether. So I'm gonna have to learn them skills so we can learn them together. So yeah, consider subscribing, guys. It'd be really nice if you did.
Hey guys, right now the sun's come out, I've decided to make an appearance, so I thought I would show you a little bit in the back of the van about what we're planning to do and the state and the condition it's in, so let's go have a look.
You coming in then? It's bloody freezing.
Yeah, it's raining again now, God's sake. Right, welcome to our new home. Back doors, don't know, looking pretty good condition to me. Don't know what's behind this wood, but that's obviously all going to be stripped out anyways. Yeah, so these bits look all fine. We can't see any rust or anything around the doors or anything like that, so we're quite happy with this section. Obviously all this wood's coming out anyway, so that's fine. Looks like there's some sort of loose wiring up there. Sorry about that, Lou. I don't know what that is. This all looks good, I think. Obviously we're gonna have to take all this boarding off and just see what's behind the boarding, see if there's anything like any extra rust or anything like that that we can't necessarily see. I know Lewis is a little bit worried about this side, purely because that's where the pins are from the windows.
Actually, that side.
Actually, the cameraman has just told me it's this side. So yeah, the pins are all on here, so I'm sure he's obviously said from the outside about those, but on the back, this is the back of it that we're going to take off and hopefully pray that there's no more rust behind it, but we shall see when we get cracking tomorrow with that, I guess. Obviously it was a work van, so all this like shelving and wood needs to come out. I'm guessing that's a job I can do quite easily, hopefully. Got a crowbar, so that's fine. All this stuff on the ceiling, like, all looks quite clean, but there is all these like bits that we need to just like peel off, and like whatever this stuff is, I don't know what that is, but that obviously needs to come off and be all stripped out. But that's obviously probably one of the first jobs we're going to be doing, but I'll have to speak to Lewis about that because I haven't got the full schedule myself. The bulkhead, don't really care about that because we're removing that anyway, so that's fine. Wouldn't really matter if there was anything wrong with that, I guess. Up here, I know it's going to need a good clean out. I can't actually see up there, but I feel like that's going to need like all taking out and cleaning underneath, so that's going to be probably one of the first jobs, I would imagine, when we remove that. We have spoken about keeping the bulkhead in just for now because we think it's quite a good idea to be able to protect the front cab. So just while we're like working in the back and making a mess and all that sort of stuff. So we might keep that in for the time being and put that on the later jobs, but we shall see about that. Flooring wise, all looks good. We can't really see like any major like damp or anything, I don't think. I feel like this looks quite clean for a work van. Doesn't look like really dirty or really got any like concrete or anything like that, and it's, you know, it's not like being a builder's van, I don't think. So that's all, feels quite nice and clean, so hopefully underneath it's not going to be too much of a massive drama to sort that, but again, we'll only really know that until when we start pulling up the floor.
From that end of the front there down to the back doors is 4 meters and 7 centimeters, so it's about, I think, about 30 centimeters longer than the L3. So what we're hoping is that 30 centimeters or so there will make us a big sort of cupboard, you know, for storage, like maybe a little tiny wardrobe. That would be a tiny wardrobe, but something like that. So obviously the bed is going to be here at the back, right, as you see. And then this is where we're sort of like having a bit of a differ. So we're thinking, or I'm thinking anyway, we want the kitchen over this side, going over the sliding door, shower just behind you there, and then like a nice long bench so that we can put a projector in the cupboard above the bench and shine that onto the sliding door window. But it's not fully decided yet.
Careful not to bash that door. Right, so this is inside the cab, obviously. This all looks nice and clean. We are definitely going to replace this little bit here, put like a smart screen on so we can watch TV and stuff like that, like when we're parked up. These bits are all staying, like the cup holders and everything. I know we're going to get some USBs so we can charge like phones and stuff, and all our stuff in the front. Up here, this is all nice and clean, like nothing. It's actually very nice and clean, and the roof's all all good. So I don't think we'll be doing too much to this unless Lewis has got any plans to, like, you know, maybe like carpet it or something, but don't know, we'll have to see about that. The seats are definitely going. We're definitely going to go with a swivel seat, something a little bit more comfortable. These are very upright when you're driving, when you're not driving, because I'm not driving, when you're sat in the passenger seat, but they're very upright, so like they're just nowhere near as comfortable as our other seats in Sam. So we definitely want to replace those, maybe get some leather ones. I think Lewis was looking at some BMW seat. I don't think Lewis is going to be having a swivel seat on his side, purely because we're going to have benching behind that and I don't think we'll be able to fit that in, but it'll really open it up when we do change the seats, I feel.
Probably going to go with like a 1 Series BMW seat, because apparently they're a direct fitting. I think you might just have to bore one of the holes out a little bit, but that's no big deal, right? So we could do that, but like definitely on the passenger side. But am I going to do it on this side? Because am I going to miss this armrest here? Look, you know, I think everybody loves an armrest, but I don't know if there's any seats, any other seats. I think maybe Discovery seats fit, but some of them, like, you know, the newer Discoveries, the seats are just so expensive, it's probably a little bit out of reach. And then the ones that I'm finding that are like older seats, they're just knackered. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to put them in, but I found some like 1 Series seats for decent prices. So it's just whether or not I want to give up that armrest. But anyway. Got to press a bloody button on the inside. I keep forgetting about that. You've got to press a button on the inside to get in the side door. So that is the van. And now it's time for the reveal. How much do you think we paid for this? 10 grand? 11 grand? What's your thoughts? So this is it. We paid £8,200 for this van. Brilliant buy or huge, massive mistake?
Of today's video. Join us next week when we're going to be stripping this out to our bare shell, see what's underneath everything. And if you did enjoy this video, please drop us a like, that would be awesome. See you later.